75% of millionaires read 2 or more books every single month. If you're watching this video, chances are you know that success and fulfillment is an inside job. You also know the power of reading to acquire decades of information in just a few hours. If that is you, then keep watching, because in this video, I'm going to share with you the best 3 books that you can invest your time reading in 2024. It was really hard narrowing down to just 3 books, but these 3 really stood out for me. And before we dive into the first book, a quick note on reading. No amount of information will solve your problems if you just consume. People mentally masturbate over information, think it's going to change their life, when they never actually take action. And they wonder why they're in the same position every single year. Applied knowledge is the key. In no particular order, the first book on this list will split your life into 2 distinct segments, and that is Turning Pro by Steven Pressfield. You've probably heard of his wildly successful book, The Art of War, which was published in 2002, but so many people forget about this absolute gem that was published 10 years later in 2012. In The Art of War, he talks about not doing the things we want to do, which is called resistance. It's the internal battle you face every single day to defeat the enemy, which is you. Meanwhile, in Turning Pro, I believe he offers the missing piece, which is an identity shift. If you're watching this personal development video on YouTube, chances are you know you've got so much more potential to give to the world, and you're not willing to settle for the amateur life. Steven Pressfield defines the amateur's life as fear. They're scared to step into the person they know they are, out of fear of rejection and judgment from their tribe. So in order to hold themselves back, they replace ambition with addiction. They numb the reality that they could be doing so much more with their life. Constant distractions like social media, food, gaming, sex, even watching this YouTube video, all these things are occupying you from doing the thing. Then let's look at the pro's life. When we turn pro, we are dedicated and committed to doing the work, to fall in love with the craft of creating great things. This really hit me hard because I'm currently working on an online course to help you go from triggered to secure in your relationship. And as I'm doing this project, I found myself constantly thinking about the finish line, constantly thinking about the end product, rather than enjoying the craft of doing the thing. This one simple mindset shift brought so much joy back into the craftsmanship of creating a great product, rather than just waiting for the finish line. This is an incredible book. It's short, it's sweet, it's direct to the point, no sugarcoating, and it's great storytelling to convey the messages. I believe the identity shift is the missing piece for so many people to create great things in their life. And by the way, if you want any of these books, they'll be linked in the description below. It's an affiliate link, so it'll put $1 in my pocket rather than Daddy Bezos's pocket. Now on to book number 2, which is definitely not a short read, but remember, we're pros now. We fall in love with reading rather than just saying we read a book. Imagine the greatest biographer ever writing a book about one of the most successful and interesting people to ever exist. That book is Elon Musk by Walter Isaacson. Now maybe you're a self-help junkie like I used to be, and the idea of reading a biography over a self-help book just sounds like a waste of time, but biographies have quickly become my favorite genre of books. Walter Isaacson has written biographies about some of the most impactful people throughout history, including Steve Jobs, Leonardo da Vinci, Albert Einstein, Benjamin Franklin, and so many more. And it allows you to take an inside look at their hero's journey, from amateur to pro, and there's no more extreme version of that than Elon Musk. Most of his other books is written about people in the past, but this book feels so different because he's writing about someone who still has a lot of stuff going on. It still feels like he's in the prime of his career. Now, everyone has different opinions on Elon Musk, and like Walter's other books, there's no real conclusion or summary in this book. It's kind of like, this is what he's like, this is the person he is, you make your own mind up. For me personally, reading this book, it made me realize how much more capable we are as humans than we're currently living. I admire so many of Elon's traits, but there's 2 that really stood out for me. The first trait is the strength of his belief in his mission. You have to be crazy to change the world. You have to have a delusional amount of confidence in yourself. He is consumed by his mission to make humanity multiplanetary, and you can see how much this mission lives through him. He's simply a conduit for something bigger that just must be done. And I love that idea of your mission living through you, because our mission is to create thriving relationships so children grow up in homes surrounded by love and support. There are moments throughout every single day where I don't feel like writing content, I don't feel like filming videos, I don't feel like jumping on more calls or messaging more people, but I know my mission is bigger than me, and I'm simply a conduit for my mission, and this gives me so much meaning. Now, the second trait of Elon's that I love is his determination to figure it out. He's taken on the financial industry, space travel, the automobile industry. He's faced challenges so big that 99.9% of people would have given up 100 times by now. But Elon is resilient, he's anti-fragile. It's like every single challenge only makes him stronger. And this is a great perspective to have. Whenever I'm facing challenges in my business, I just remember this guy's taking humanity to space. And then all of a sudden, my challenges don't look so big. And that's the power of reading biographies like Elon Musk. This is a must read in 2024. Now let's look at the final book on this list, which is Attached by Amir Levine. In my opinion, relationships is the most important thing in life. There's no point creating a great life for yourself if you have no one to share it with. The quality of your life will come down to the quality of your relationships. So it's vital you actually learn the skills to create great relationships. Amir and I are relationship coaches. That's what our mission, business, and life is built around. And of the hundreds of people we've coached, the thing we've noticed the most is people don't have the skill set on how to create a great relationship. That's why in our program Conflict Codes, there's a huge piece around education, as well as applying tasking into your life. And mastering attachment styles is a huge piece of that. This book will give you such a great insight on how attachment styles play such a big piece in your relationship. There's 3 main attachment styles, and I want you to think of these on a spectrum. On one side, there's the anxious, on the other side, there's the avoidant, and in the middle is secure. Now, anxious individuals crave closeness and reassurance in their relationship. They love being intimate. They need to check if we're all good. Then on the opposite side of the spectrum is avoidant. These people love distance and a sense of self. They love maintaining their independence in the relationship. Then in the middle is secure. These people are comfortable with the closeness and the intimacy, but they're also comfortable with the distance and autonomy. This is the gold standard for relationships. Most people think of the attachment styles as 3 separate buckets. You're either anxious, you're secure, or you're avoidant. But from my own experience and coaching clients, what I've noticed is people are mainly secure, but they lean towards anxious or they lean towards avoidant. And it's very rare that people are way out on the ends of the spectrum. I often say the quality of your relationship comes down to your ability to communicate your needs. And in order to communicate your needs, you must first understand your needs. And that's the importance of knowing your attachment style. Understanding your needs and being able to effectively communicate them will be vital to create a secure relationship. So this book is a must read for anyone trying to improve their relationships in 2024. And if you're wanting extra help to gain all the tools around relationships that we've learned over the last 3 years coaching hundreds of clients, as well as investing over $50,000 in personal development, then we've created a brand new program called Conflict Codes. It'll give you the exact step-by-step system to take you from triggered, insecure, and a stress-filled relationship to one that's actually secure, brings you joy, and supports the other areas of your life. If that's something you want to find out more about, message me the word conflict on Instagram. We'll have a quick conversation to see if you're a good fit, and I'll give you all the information you need. And if you liked any of the books and want to get your hands on them to make 2024 the best year yet, grab them in the links in the description. It'll be doing me a massive favor and supports the channel. If you'd rather listen to your books and you've not yet signed up for Audible, there'll be a link in the description for that, where you can sign up for Audible and get your first book for free. So make sure you hit the link below to gain access to one of these books for free. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, where we post weekly videos on all things relationships. We'll see you next week.